The last item is the Wiggins Land Development Code. I believe you've all received copies of this. Court, do you want to speak to this? Sure. I'll give Corey an opportunity to speak to the code.
I'm sure you all have had time to have a light reading on this code. One of the first pages that we looked at was 4 main points that we tried to address throughout the whole process was to promote public health and general welfare, conserve the value of buildings and land, encourage the most appropriate use of land throughout the community, and conserve natural resources and environmental quality of the city, as well as to prevent street congestion, overcrowding land, danger from flooding, fire, and other hazards. We had a few workshops based on this. We had a 30-day public comment period, actually it was 45, there was another 15-day period as well. And also we had a public comment period for the zoning map. We had no public comments that were sent to us, and we had different spots that could view it on the code, such as the EDP website, the library. We had copies at the Commissioner's office and John's office, and they could check them out. So we got no comments. But I do move that you accept this document as a baseline for any future development.
John.
The Planning Commission did recommend approval of the Land Development Code. That was a unanimous vote also. I do not recommend approval of the Land Development Code, but I'm going to recommend to you instead, and this is a slight change of the previous recommendation, I'm going to recommend that you refer this back to the Planning Commission for further revision. There are some issues with the grant requirements that need to be checked out and addressed before we move on this. Certainly, I think the code is too restrictive, and it's a little bit way too complicated, so we need further revision of the code. In that, I would also recommend that you ask a plan be drafted by myself and the Planning Commission. That plan for those revisions be presented back to you.
John, I got a question for you now. You said it was approved by the planning commission. Was that the new planning commission or was that the previous?
That was the previous Planning Commission.
Okay, so the new planning commission, their new members had voted on this.
No, sir. The recommendation was made before they took office.
I just wanted to clarify.
Yes, sir.
So you do not recommend this, you want to send it back to the planning commission now?
Yes, sir.
I'm confused, attorney, of how to ask for this motion, to approve or disapprove.
Just ask
I think I want to do what you said, but I want to make sure I know what you said. You're saying send it back and let you all come up with some recommendations, is that correct?
That's, sir. That's
What was
correct.
the rest of it?
I think that a plan needs to be developed on how to make the further revisions to this code. There was a plan implemented by Neil Schaefer early on for the revisions to the code. I don't think that got us where we need to be. And I think that the Planning Commission, along with myself, needs to work toward developing that plan for revising the code to get us a revision that would be acceptable. So my recommendation is that you send it back to the Planning Commission for further revision, and that the Planning Commission, along with the Land Code Administrator, present to you an outline, a guide for how those revisions will be accomplished.
It wouldn't be the new plan, it would just be an outline of how we get to there.
Yes, sir.
What kind of time frame is that?
Mr. Alexander, I honestly don't have a time frame set. We've just come up with some of these complications today, so I think that would have to be discussed with the Planning Commission, and that would be part of what they would bring back.
Me and John and I have talked several times today about this, and if we send it, y'all think to send it back, which I think we should, I'd like for the new planning commission members to have their input on this, that we would have to get with the planning commission and John and the grant people to decide exactly what direction we need to go in. Is that basically what we
Yes, sir.
talked to Jimmy Woods talked about today?
Mr. Corey, you got a comment, I think.
Can I address the board? I'm not sure what the issue would be, but we've met all the requirements for this grant. And we've also worked with John on this process to get comments and feedback. So I'm not sure exactly what the issue would be.
The issue is simply that the code that we have now, that has been developed to this point, is more restrictive and more complicated than what I believe the city should adopt. I believe it will hinder development. Therefore, the city at this point, you have three choices. You can approve the code and live with the restrictiveness and the complications of this proposed code. You can deny it, but taking that action may cause some difficulty with the grant, and we're not sure that under the grant requirements, what might happen if you deny it.
They might not pay for what we've done so far, but they'll just put it out like it is.
The
City would have to pay it.
The third option, and this is an option given in our current land development code, is that you as a board have the authority to send this back to the planning commission and ask for further revision. And that's the option that I recommend.
I make a motion that we take John's recommendation and send it back to the planning commission.
Second. Got a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? So moved.